Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special BB21 weekly recap show with Matt Hoffman from Big Brother 12. We have so much to get you on the show. I am so excited. Matt, a first-time guest here, but before we bring him on, let me just let you guys know a few things. If you've missed any of our previous shows, you can check them out at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB21. See where you're standing in the trash draft, get flashback times, view our daily live feed show. For those of you that don't know, we are now doing live feed recaps daily, live, of course, on TV Co. And then after the fact, I'm putting them in a playlist at the top of the page at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB21. Spoilers if you just want the daily updates, or they're also in the playlist on BB21. So make sure that you guys check them out, show them some love. Of course, if you're watching in YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and a nice review below. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell. That is so important and helpful, as is a 5-star rating and a nice review on iTunes. These are great free ways to help support our shows. Of course, if you guys don't have the feeds yet, consider getting them from us at yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds. If you'd like to be a live feed updater, yourrealityrecaps.com/updaters. You can watch the shows for free. Now, you're watching this in the current, but you could have seen it live in the past if you were following us over on TV Co. So make sure you guys do that, yourrealityrecaps.com/TV Co. You can either watch in the app and chat with us live during the show, or you can watch in a web browser when we are live. You just can't chat with us. Of course, then afterwards, when it is not live, the show will be everywhere in glorious HD audio and video. So our website, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, but you guys know the deal. It helps out the most if you watch it on our website. And yes, for those asking, we have not left YouTube. We still are doing shows over there every single day. Don't worry, everyone. We're not leaving. We appreciate your support there as well. Speaking of support, if you want to financially help support us, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows. We have so many giveaways, like fun summer cups signed by your favorite BB players from the premiere party. This is the box for the Big Brother mug. We have so many giveaways and stuff that we are giving away to people that are following us on social media, people that share our stuff on social media, comment. So make sure that you guys do stuff like that so that you can win some fun stuff. Of course, if you want to help support our shows as well, you can always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, or if you're going to be doing any Amazon shopping for Prime Day, which is coming up in 2 days. It's coming up in 2 days, and it's 2 days, the 15th and 16th. Make sure you start using our link, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. You don't pay any more, we get a little bit back. It is such a huge help. And without the support of all of you, we wouldn't be able to keep these shows going. So I really appreciate all of you that help support us both financially and via sharing on social media, etc. That being said, let's get to the man that you all want to hear from. It's Matt!
Hey, here he is.
Look,
Hey.
It is so, like, first-time guest Matt Hoffman.
How has it taken this long?
How has it taken this long?
I don't know. I just wanted to wait until my relevancy was like all expired and just totally squeegeed out. And then I'm like, now I'm going to hit him out of nowhere.
This is not true. You are very relevant, and I feel like people like to shout you out a lot in Big Brother in past seasons.
Yeah.
I feel people like to emulate a brigade game sometimes as well on these seasons. So you're kind of like Big Brother iconic, even if you're trying not to be Big Brother iconic.
Thanks. Yeah, brigade's a good idea. I mean, look, whoever, you know.
And now you're out of retirement, so now you're going to be making the rounds. Now we're not going to be able to get rid of you.
Here I am, ready for BB21.
You are ready for BB21, and we are ready for you guys to share the show. So everybody that is watching in chat, go ahead, click the 3 little buttons at the top, share the show to social media, and you can start putting your questions in the chat format. We have Lindsay pulling those questions for us. But Matt, I kind of want to start at the beginning of the week with Lord Jackal winning HOH.
Isn't that great?
Is it, Matt?
Isn't it great?
Is it?
Another one of these seasons. Here we are again, right? Do we need this?
Do we? I want to hold out to hope, but I don't think that there is any hope left. I'm just trying to figure out a way to make it all entertaining and funny.
Always just a big old fucking blob of early 20-something shitheads that get together and waste our first 3 or 4 weeks of every season. And it's like, enough, all right? Can we just fast forward and get through this?
Well, then, okay, so if you, and I do feel that way as well, so then I guess I'm curious, what is your thought on, I guess, our real first twist of this season? The fact that the first 4 people aren't out of the house when they're evicted, they're in here living with them. Do we like this twist?
Look, I don't like any twist. So if I have to, like, in this scheme of twists, if gun to my head, we must have a twist.
Right.
I think it's nice that people get to stay, because my least favorite thing ever in Big Brother is when people don't get, like, any time in the house. Knowing all the bullshit you go through to get there, and it's just infuriating when people get kicked out. So I guess if you got to have a twist, it's nice that at least people get to stick around a little bit.
I think it's a nice consolation prize. I mean, now I have said, and I'm curious to what you think of this, I feel like Big Brother just didn't want to pay for the hotel bill.
Yeah, it's possible. That would be more than stipend in LA, I would think, probably, to have them hang around for a week or so.
For a month. If you're first out, they have to get you a hotel room, take out 3 meals a day, times 4 for a month. They're like, you know what? Let's just leave him in the house.
It's not like Big Brother to cheap out on things, so,
Let's just leave him in the house and give him cute little outfits to wear. We'll call it Camp Comeback. Are you liking the camping theme? Are you liking this?
The house is kind of kooky. It's all right. It's a very, I didn't like it at first. It was one of those, like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. But as it kind of settles in, I think it's sort of quirky and nice. I like it.
Would you have liked, like, a dual diary room situation like these?
It's weird, huh? I don't think I would have liked that. No. How does that work? I don't really totally, because I don't watch the feeds or read about them, but I heard that they have that. So what's going on?
It's upstairs diary room and downstairs diary room. I guess it's just, they said it was because of Celebrity Big Brother that the schedule was so short that they needed to keep banging through DRs really quickly, so they knew they needed a second diary room. And then apparently it was so successful during Celebrity edition that they kept it now.
How do you know which one to go in when they call it?
They tell you. They're like,
they do.
Matt, please go to the upstairs diary room. It's like
in our season, Kathy would go literally like 2 or 3 days without ever going to the diary room. So it's so funny to think that they would need more diary rooms.
Kathy in that caramel, honey.
I do know Kathy in that caramel.
Still one of my favorite all-time moments of any.
You want to talk about iconic?
Yeah,
that's iconic.
That is iconic. I mean, 12, and I get so much shit for it, but 12 has always been my favorite season, and I bet you'll appreciate it now.
Yeah, looking back, it's a lot better than maybe it was.
I bet y'all appreciate a Big Brother 12 right about now.
Yeah, no Tangelas in BB12. Sorry.
No Tangela.
Wait, Brentchel, the original Tangela.
True. Yeah. That lasted and is a real relationship.
And people might go, what about Gijo? That's not the original Tangela. Because Tangela was like a Jess and Cody, like a Brentchel, who were like hard-ass competitor couples. Right. Jeff and Jordan were like America's sweetheart couple. Brentchel was like the beast couple that we now get as Showmances, carbon copies.
They were like America's sweetheart couple if one was a sweetheart and one was a homophobic ogre.
Who is which now?
Well, do you think Jordan's a
No.
homophobic ogre?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Bretchel. That's how I was like, well,
No,
who are we picking on here? I like that. I don't know what we're
no,
talking
Jeff. I've
about.
never been a
Oh,
Jeff. I don't get why we celebrate Jeff so much.
He's got a funny Chicago accent,
Sure,
right?
sure,
Right?
sure. And he doesn't think kids
So
should
there you
read
go.
Harry Potter.
That's it. That's why. And he's hot,
That
right?
no. Oh,
He's
God.
not?
No.
Like,
Oh God,
oh,
no.
I'm just trying to fit in here.
He's weird. I don't know. He has a misshapen body to me, if we're being honest. I'll take a Brendan any day, and we've seen all of Brendan. Thanks to that.
Technotronics, right? That was funny. He's real funny, right?
Right. We love a Brendan. I mean, who doesn't love a Brendan? And he's off curing cancer.
He is. He's been curing cancer since he was in the house with me almost 10 years now.
Exactly. And what is taking so long, Brendan? Brennan, what is taking so long?
What is this?
So, Jack HOH, I mean, blah. I feel like all of the Twitter universe, we all just kind of let out a sigh like, oh, great, we know what we're in for now. We know what we're in for. Any shock in his nominations? Any shock that he, turned around and put up Kemi and Jessica?
No shock at all. I mean, it's very expected. And again, we're in this, it's been many seasons now where like the whole first half is very formulaic. And it's, these wonky votes, like that what's his name throughout. Who gives a fuck? Why are they doing this? No one cares. Stupid, but it always happens. I don't know.
Oh man,
the seasons are I hate the first halves. I used to always hate in old school Big Brother. You'd hate the very last few weeks, and now in more recent seasons, it seems like the last few weeks pick up in a weird way. I mean, as much as the seasons pick up, and I get really bored with the first few weeks because it's just like that it's just the same shit over and over.
I feel like what's annoying about the first few weeks, especially when we have a returning player, is we know that they're safe. We know they're safe. We know their friends are safe. We know there's no point rooting against them. They're not paying someone to come back to let them go week one. So that part of it I've hated, but now, see, I disagree with you. I always said if I played Big Brother, I would throw a random vote every week. Just because I know me, I'd be bored. Like, I would want something chaotic in the house. As long as I didn't feel like people don't trust me, people think I'm shady, people are going to assume that it's me, then no, I wouldn't do it. But if I was like, there's no way people are going to think it's me, I would just throw a random vote every week just to create paranoia.
Allow me to clarify, in case I was maybe unclear.
Okay.
And I would agree, like, 4 or 5 seasons ago, but when someone would do that, and it was maybe like the first time or second time it's happened, and it causes a little chaos. I'm saying now, like, people are just waiting for the wonky vote. Like, someone's going to do it, so someone does it, and it's just like this thing that we know is going to happen now. Everything's just like we know it's going to happen, and that's what's irritating me about it.
Well, but I do feel like that's why I liked this season, or I feel at least Twitter was a little bit excited at the beginning of this season about the evicted house guest getting to live in the house. I don't think any of us saw that coming. It's very hard to do something on Big Brother that we're like, no, obviously. That was actually surprising that we got something at least a little bit new.
It is cool because people get up in arms when people get shipped out early, rightfully so. So it's nice that they can get in there. But then they're all getting treated like shitheads, by the alpha males and stuff. So
by the jackholes, by the anal ice, by the cool kids.
It's an unfortunate dynamic.
I mean, look, I feel like we can't ignore the fact of what everybody is talking about. Jack he did. He got in power and he kind of went, okay, who's the last visibly super minority left around? Okay, Kemi, you're on the block. Oh, Jessica, just not into plus size people, so you're going to have to get up there. And there you go. Because how is Kemi a threat to his game?
Do you suppose he's cognizant of this? Or do you think that, like...
Oh, man.
Or do you think that, like, when he gets out, he's going to be like, oh, my God. Like, take, the big picture and step back and go, holy shit, I can't believe I did that. Like, or do you think he really knows? He can't know. How can you be that How can you know and still continue to do this?
Well, first of all, I think when you have your hair in a bun pulled that tight, it's like fucking with your brain. So I'm pretty sure that might have something to do with it. However, Matt, he earlier today or like late last night had his own little monologue where he was like, I am so proud of how I am playing this game. All of my morals are intact and I am of sound character and I have integrity in this game and I hope that America sees how much integrity I'm playing this game with. So he has no clue.
He's got like BB-19 delusion, like that kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
is on.
Ah,
And I mean,
wow.
or is it a strategy? Because, we also saw last week, Jackson was called into the DR. Then Jackson came out well, I won't say hysterical crying, but Jackson came out crying, ran into the DR, and we found out that he was talked to about the comments that he's been making, which are racist. So he was
What's he
very.
been saying that's racist? I missed
Oh
all that.
God, Jackson! What is Jackson? Oh, he wants to mule kick Kemi in the
Oh, I did hear
face.
that. Yes. Yes.
I believe he's part of calling them like the Brown Flames when he
Oh
wants to
no, you can't
talk.
do that. Oh,
Oh
that's no
yeah,
good.
he's been
Can't
doing a
be.
few
He
things.
knows. He knows about the internet cameras, right, and everything.
Yeah. Oh, I see chat. Says
Uh,
that was Jack, not Jackson. No. Jack wanted to stomp the mud hole in Kemi.
oh, that's what I
Jack's
heard about. What were
Yeah.
you talking about?
Oh no. Jackson wanted to mule kick her in the face. We all want to hurt.
Oh.
Oh, we all. They all want to hurt Kemi physically. And it's considered a threat, and Jackson came out crying because of it, and I'm sure Jack was also talked to. So my point is, I wonder if Jack is like, look, I can't backtrack, so what if just going forward now, I act like I thought everything that I did was of the purest intentions. And even today now, he's like, I love David. David's my best friend. I loved it. David walked into the house in 3 seconds. Jack's like, that guy scares me. I don't know what it is, but I don't trust him. He seems aggressive and threatening. And now he's like, I like David. He's the best.
Do they talk? And again, my apologies, like as not being a feed viewer. Do they kind of talk at all about just how like the absurdity that there are the three people of color up in this little tiny room like an ICE detention center? Like, does it ever get brought up? Is it a conversation? And if it is, do they laugh, or are they like, this is kind of fucked up, or what do they think of this?
I mean, I personally have not heard a Jack and a Jackson having that conversation.
But anybody.
But yes, I mean, Ovi has said it, Nicole has said it, Kemi has obviously said it.
So like Nicole, white people have said it in the house.
Yes, Nicole flat out last night said, this is a very segregated cast.
It's crazy,
like,
right?
She's nuts. It's sad. And
it's
I mean,
insane.
What do you think about the fact that Big Brother, the show, doesn't necessarily shine a spotlight on it? A lot of what people are upset about this past week as well is they feel like Jack just gets this edit of, I'm going after Kemi because she's a threat to my game, that's all, and she's up there and I got her out because of it. When, the feedsters see more of the microaggressions or macroaggressions or just flat out racism.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't think they should shine a light on it in as much as I don't think they should do what they're also doing right now, which is like glorifying him in a way that is kind of bullshit as well. Right. I think because going the other side of the coin would be disastrous in a different way. I think they should let it play out. I think, I don't know. I mean, look, if it got like real belligerent, not saying like, not saying that the stuff he's doing is fantastic, but right. I mean, if it got like season 15-ish, I think it would need to be addressed probably in a similar way, because that was like unavoidable. They had to bring it up on CBS because it was just like so fucking in your face. And I think if it got like that, they do the same thing. But I think it would be almost trollish of them to go and edit someone saying I'm going to mule kick Kemi into being racist, whether it is or isn't. Even if it is, I think it would be irresponsible of them to edit something like that as much as they're being irresponsible right now doing what they're doing.
I don't. I think responsible or irresponsible aside, I am just sure that, like, from a sponsor, like a marketing standpoint, like they're not going to want to lose. They're not going to want to lose advertisers. They're going to be like,
sure.
"Hey, Charmin, I really want you to buy an ad this week. By the way, we're going to focus on the fact that these people are being super racist."
Did they do the Dumbledore thing, or was that just a live feed? Do you remember if that was like part of CBS's edit, the Jeff Dumbledore, all that stuff?
No, that was Nash. I don't think it.
Like, I've seen the scene like a few times, so I know I've seen it, but I can't remember if it was just like a live feed thing or if it was actually like on CBS.
The amazing Maxima's mom over on Twitter, I think, is the one who just tweeted it, and she said no, they did not show it on the show. But I mean, I feel like that's where the responsibility of people like, I guess, me, that talk about the show, I feel like it's our duty to shine the light on these things when it happens, because we know the show is not going to.
Yeah, I shouldn't even talk about what I'm about to, but such is what I do, and bring attention to this. But I was recently on Reddit. There was a clip someone posted, and it was from season. Let me back up just 1 minute. Right. This whole fucking show is going to be nothing about BB21 now. Reagan and Brittany and I, from my season, sorry for all the new school fans, you might want to tune out, this won't be fun for you. But we have talked just in our personal lives about how fortunate we were that there was no like big social media shit during our season, because we're like, we just have bullshit conversations. And looking back, there was like shit that like for sure would have been picked up in terrible ways and misconstrued or whatever when we were not thinking anything and no one cared. So anyway, on Reddit recently, there was a post someone made, and it was like a 10-minute long live feed clip of Reagan. You guys have to search for this if you give a shit. There was like Reagan and myself and Brittany talking about Brittany's boyfriend potentially hooking up with some girl while he's in the house. And it was all about this fake girl. Right. But through this 10-minute conversation, like even in that right now, and I know it gives a shit now because it's 10 years old, but I feel like if that exact same conversation happened in a current season, shit would be all over Twitter about bullshit. And I was laughing listening to it. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was still really funny to this day, but people are so fucking insane nowadays that I think if that same conversation happened, people would be all up in arms.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different world, man. It's a different world.
Of course it's a different, 100% it's a different world now. And I'm honestly surprised that you guys would, I mean, you and Brittany escaped it. They tried to get Reagan fired. So I don't know how Reagan thinks he escaped it. People were like calling his college, trying to get him to lose being a professor. I remember all that drama. That was what 12 was, the season that I was going to be on. And then I didn't go back after I watched what happened to people like Reagan. I was like, whoa, social media went a little bit crazy this year. I think it's when Big Brother changed, is when social media started.
100%.
And social media, it has changed the game for good, and I think it has changed the game for better. I think in stuff like BB15 and what we're seeing now, social media calling those things out is great. It does shine the light on it. Or even in a way, it makes people have conversations that might be difficult to have and forces those conversations into the light. So in that way, I think it is good. But like you said also, there is bad to it. When it is just something innocent, it's just someone joking around, it can also devastate and ruin someone's life. I mean, I think of Spencer. Like, Spencer had like the FBI raiding his house for child porn. Because
it's insane.
It's crazy. So it can be.
I mean, you saw the clip, right? I presume.
Oh yeah.
Fucking anyone who saw that clip infer anything serious about that. Bonkers, man.
I think you know that a large majority of or actually I should not say a large majority, but I think a large majority of the people that get really upset about stuff like that, I think are not like all like in their right mind at the time.
You don't say. Yeah. You know, the social media, it changed. Like to say it changed a show is such a blanket statement. It really butterfly affected everything. It changed the fans because it made this whole wacky level of fan stuff. It changed the contestants who we never had contestants that were like out for fucking Instagram followers and stuff.
Right.
We never had contestants that were like itching to get a hashtag with a showmance or something. Like no one gave a fuck. So, and then it changed because of all these hashtags. It changed the show, like you said. You know, everything became like kind of social media shit. So really, it fucking fucked everything up.
It really did. And I thought it might change. Like, I honestly thought once the whole, Moonves thing came out with Julia, I was like, oh, maybe things will change a little bit on Big Brother. Like, maybe it'll get a little more diverse now. Maybe we'll see, like, nope.
Have you met Julie Chen Moonves?
No, I have no desire to.
Have you met Julie Chen?
Nope.
Neither of them? No.
Neither of them. And I'm good.
You're
and
good,
oddly enough, I'm good. I'll take Arissa any day.
Oh, she seems so cool.
Arissa's the best because she's.
Oh, you've met her, huh?
Oh, Arissa I've met several times.
Arissa Cox or Arissa Cox Moonves? Which one?
Arissa Cox Moonves. As if Arissa would tolerate a Moonves personality in her life. She would like cut his balls off and make a little Moonves handbag and walk around with it. She sure as shit wouldn't be on television using his last name. That's what I can tell you about Arissa. Yeah, I mean, it is crazy to see where Big Brother is going to go from here. I mean, ratings were going down. A lot of people have been attributing it to that, but now ratings are starting to climb back up, so who knows?
What are they sitting at now, roughly?
Oh, I know they won the night on Thursday, so whatever it is to win the night, they won the night on Thursday. I forgot. I'm sure Hamster Watch has the exact whatever their rating was for Thursday. So yeah, I mean, we see Jack putting up a Kemi, putting up a Jessica, and then we're going right into the Whacktivity comp. Another, as you say, staple that we're always going to see in the first 4 weeks of every season now. We're going to give a whole bunch of people these ridiculous powers, which, by the way, I don't think ever get used.
No, right? I mean, and they want them to. They push, I think, for that.
I don't know why they don't say you can give it away. I don't know why they don't say, like, you have 6 weeks to use it. However, if you are evicted, you can give it to someone else in the game. Like, why not do that like Survivor?
It's a good idea. Yeah. I mean,
like
Big Brother.
Gift the power away if you're going to want to see it get used. So now they go over to this Whacktivity comp, where we find out it is the snakes, right? It's the one where they have to like go through and dig for the snakes and find the snakes and who's going to be able to find the snakes and do the snakes quickest. You guys didn't have any comps with live animals, did you?
I mean, well, Brenchel was in most of our comps, I guess. So
Brenchel was in most of them.
Was it?
Yeah. I just feel like these Whacktivity things are kind of like, are they trying to be Fear Factor?
It's like a children's Fear Factor. It really is. It's funny.
Like, why can't we have any of the good, like, buried alive things from back in the day? Like, who's gonna stay in the ground the longest? Like, why can't we have stuff like that? Why is it, who wants to touch a snake?
Gardner snakes, yeah, they're really good. It's very non-threatening.
Ooh, this one's really big. That's scary. Is a big snake scary?
Run around and smell piss and stuff. It's weird competitions.
I don't get it at all. Well, I think at that moment when the, feeds kind of came back, I think we again heard a collective sigh from Twitter when we found that Jack won the power.
Yay! But it was kind of a shitty power, if I recall, correct?
But I feel like CBS in this one had
yeah, absolutely.
The power is you get to make them redo the veto draw.
Whoa!
Oh God, we get to pick randomly again. Oh.
So, like, okay, does he know that? Isn't that a clue that you're doing something production isn't liking? When you get that power, don't you go, Why? What this really? You know? Uh,
Yeah, I just I
I
was
shouldn't talk. I was like one of the most oblivious players in the history of the entire franchise. So, but yeah, it does seem obvious to me.
Yeah, but you got a lot of stuff for the first time, and these house guests are kind of getting the same things recycled, and they're still not getting it. Um, but I mean, yeah, I felt like production manipulates these twists, these things that they pull out and bring on in these scenarios, these twists. They leave them open ended on purpose so they can twist them however they want. So yes, I just think it's very funny. Like productions, I thought until this week, I thought production was like, look, we need to help out the other side of the house. Jack won. Let's give him a shitty power that won't even matter. And then next week, we're gonna give a real power to the other side of the house. Well, spoiler alert, didn't happen. They gave the best power to Jack's side of the house. But
Yeah.
whatever. Um, yeah, so whatever. Jack has the power. He can force a redraw of the POV players. I don't get who cares.
Yeah, that is insane to even make that about.
And he was like so excited in the DR. He's like,
Oh,
this
was he?
power. He's like, this
I don't
power is
remember that.
amazing. This
I
power
don't
is
remember talking
amazing.
about it.
Oh, he is the worst. I see Maximus' mom in chat. It was saying she was cringing over him being so excited about that power. Totally,
Is there
completely.
people? Is there people in there? Who's in there? You guys in there?
Oh
Is
my
there really
god.
people in there?
Oh, there's hundreds in here, Matt. There is hundreds.
Hundreds.
And
What
if
do y'all
you
did Saturday nights,
and
kids?
it is
Go and
not
do something.
Saturday night. It is
Saturday, go
Matt.
do something crazy.
Matt, we're
Or am I
old.
supposed to? Are we supposed to get him ready, like riled up to do crazy shit later?
Yeah, later, Matt. We're old.
Are
No
we
one
the?
goes out until like no one even starts getting ready till like 10 p.m.
We're their pre-party show.
We're like the pre-party show.
Oh, are we? Oh no, really? I'd be in bed by the time we're ready.
We are the pre-party show.
All right.
Candace
Hundreds.
Candace's vanity is saying Ovi's power was pretty legit though. I wish he could still use it. I really thought that Big Brother was going to allow him to use it after the fact. I really
Yeah, it's shitty.
It is shitty, but I think he can still use it if he gets voted back in.
He can. Yeah, yeah. He said that.
He has, I guess, one more week because it was good for 6 weeks. So if he gets back in, which it's technically week 5, I think he has that whole entire week to use it when he gets back in.
Yeah, I mean, I believe production probably he would be a good person to have back in the house for just everything. I think it should be some sort of like I don't know Indian traditions competition of some sort. You know.
Do you think? What do you think about people who are saying they want whoever gets voted back in, or however it's going to work, instantly gets to become HOH?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's better than just giving him safety, and then I think that's a good idea. They'll be a little scorned.
I think 100% they should do that. Do you think it'll be a competition to get back in the game, or do you think that like the house is going to have to vote a person back in, or we have to vote a person back in?
Oh, I hope it's not America. I mean, in a way, I hope it is because Ovi will for sure win. But it'll probably be a comp, I think. What do you think they'll make the house figure it out?
I have learned long ago that Big Brother never does the thing that makes sense. I don't understand why we had them live in a house, be part of this social game. It just seemed like a very social twist to do, have them live amongst you, to then not flip it around and say, okay, now you all get to vote the one you want back in. Just seems like a missed opportunity. Oh wow, we're gonna watch another comp. I would rather see the dynamic of the people struggling over which one of these people, we have screwed them all over, which one are we gonna bring back in. That to me would be way more interesting.
You're right about that, but only if there's not any kind of like discussion time, I think. Like it would have to be totally thrown on him and go, because if there's discussion time, I think Ovi's toast. And they're going to end up bringing back in probably whoever gets booted this week. I feel like they just bring him back.
I agree. I feel like it's going to be whoever gets voted back this week, whoever gets voted out this week. I have such a horrible memory, but wasn't there one season where everybody was like in a room and it was the whole thing where I think it was a Pandora's box was going to bring somebody back? And then Julie had to like ask them like raise your hand if you want the person to come back into the game or something. I feel like there was some twist like that. I wonder if the voting could be like that. Like Julie will separate everybody and then there'll be some sort of a device now, like without communicating.
Yeah, so it would have to be like that, exactly, where
Yeah.
everyone just has to do it.
And I think that would be fun. But then I don't know that we would get the fallout drama that I want from it. I would want to see a little bit of the scrambling of people trying to like plead their case. But then again, I mean, Grateful, which is now undeniable.
What is Grateful? A terrible name.
Well, what do you think about Undeniable?
Is that what they're calling the other? With you just toss Sam in the mix? That's what they're undeniable.
Now with Sam in the mix, I believe it's undeniable with a 9.
Wow!
Like
wow!
Grateful with an 8. They can't all be Friendship and Brigades, Matt.
Oh my god!
They can't.
These are bad though. And what is it? Fellowship at the Zing? What the fuck is that? I thought that was a good idea.
Cliff, and I mean it's Cliff. It's Cliff, and it's Cliff.
Do we like Cliff? Do people like Cliff?
No.
I don't think I like it, Cliff.
Now, why don't you like Cliff?
Well, okay, I like older contestants typically because I think they add things to the show, but there was really like one older contestant that I didn't like, and it was Chicken George. And Cliff is kind of like very Chicken George to me. He's just like, he's not an old person that adds to the show. He's an old person that just totally distracts and deviates and like tries too hard. And yeah.
I mean, how is it not obvious to him that people could be listening to him talking in that boat room?
I know.
He's literally like, hi, life feeders. So today I want to talk about alliances.
Why? What's the point? Why is he doing this?
It's like, because everybody wants to podcast. Because these people, we will see it happen. I'm going to go with 6 this season. There's going to be the people that have like listened to Rob or have listened to us or have listened to like BB Gossip and think, I'm going to get out of this house and I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to do it 7 days a week and I'm going to become totally famous and make lots of money. And they're going to do it for like 1 week, realize there is no money, how much work it is, and leave. So I just think when they're in the house, they're kind of bored and they're like, all right, I'm getting ready to kickstart my podcast career. Here I go. Mornings with Cliff. That is legit. I mean, he's such a super fan. He is such a super fan that is what he is doing. He is trying to, in a way, play us, which I think you have to do to win the show. I think you have to play the house, you have to play America, and you have to play production. So, like, I think it's smart on that end. But yeah, I mean, no, people do not like him because, again, he is coming off, I don't know if you have seen, spoiler alert, everyone, we're going to get more into depth on these topics on our next show when we talk about live feed spoilers, but Bella and Kemi got into a fight right after. And Cliff had a very interesting retell of it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Well, Cliff's retell of it was that basically Kemi came around the corner with a baseball bat and swung it at Bella, and Bella graciously got out of the way and begged for her life on the floor, while Kemi was able to then throw a dresser on top of her head and laugh at her. I mean, that was basically Cliff's explanation of what happened.
Good stuff.
Totally wrong. Cliff, Bubbles, this Cliff's a moron. Lost in King Cruz says, would Matt like to see the 4 challenge 4 house guests for their spot in the game? Oh yes, this is something I have always wanted until I saw it happen on RuPaul's Drag Race last season.
What is this?
Okay, so here's the deal. The 4 camp comeback people So let's
Okay.
just say it's Kemi, David, Nicole, and Ovi. They get to, this week, after the last one's evicted, they go into the backyard. Everyone else in the house lines up, and then Julie says, okay, each one of you get to pick a person you want to battle. If you win the battle, you go in the house. If you lose it, you're out. So meaning each of those people get to pick someone currently in the house to do a
Yeah.
competition against. And if they win it,
So all of them can come back potentially.
so potentially all of them could come back and potentially 4 people could be out.
Oh, that's crazy.
Would you like
That's
that twist?
wild.
It is.
I mean, just in the interest of never seeing that before, it's cool. Would you just keep picking Kathy? Does everyone pick the Kathy of the house?
I don't think it's a thing where like the first person picks and then it happens and then like each person has to pick one. So you can't just keep going after the same person is my point. At least that's the way it happened on Drag Race. What? What'd you say?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just saying, yeah, I feel like everyone would just like grab Jess or something.
Yeah. I again, I always wanted to see this, and I always wanted to see this in jury. One of my fantasies for Big Brother on seasons when I've just been over it, I was like, I would legitimately like jury, when there's 4 people in jury, I would like them to go into the house, and I would like that scenario to play out. They now, each one gets to pick someone to battle, and if they lose the battle, they're back at the house of the other person's in jury. Of course, I'm a hypocrite, and I'm only saying that because usually the people in the house at that point I don't like.
Oh, and the loser gets booted?
Yeah, to jury.
Oh, I thought you were just like piling people into the house.
Oh, no. You're out of the game.
Oh, that's crazy. That's intense.
Yeah, they did that on Drag Race All-Stars this season. I'm sure you're a big Drag Race All-Stars fan, but in all honesty, it very much mimics Big Brother. Whoever works on that show, they are very much fans of Big Brother, right down to like a Pandora's box. Drag Race copy takes a lot from Big Brother. But anyway, that's what they did on the All-Star season. They let people battle for the place and get knocked out of the competition, and it was devastating. So I was like, nope, don't ever need to see that happen on Big Brother now. We don't need to lose the people that I like. Annie says, so is it Annie wants to know, is it the campers who are going to pick who to go against? Well, we don't know, Annie. It's not a real scenario. It's not a real scenario. We've made it up. It's whatever you want, Annie. They can pick who to go against. Julie can. We can have that stupid squirrel come back in the house and have them pick. Doesn't matter. We're just making the scenario up.
Jesse Goddard's.
Oh, are you a Jesse fan?
No, but we haven't seen him in like 2 seasons or something. It's been a while.
Well, he's busy wrestling, isn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's doing either. But speaking of previous house guests, so okay, Jack wins his power. We now are moving over to the POV comp where we get to see our old buddy and pal again. Back
it's Tyler.
in the house. We have Tyler back in the house. Were you happy to see a Tyler back in the game?
Oh, wow. Yeah, sure. I'm a huge Tangela fan.
Is that sarcasm?
I pre-ordered her book.
Okay, I'm sensing it's sarcasm.
What? Oh, come on.
I was also leaving that up for you a long time in case you wanted to have a drink, but nobody could see. Because there's another one coming up in a minute. Another photo coming up in a minute. I loved Tyler and Angela. Okay, let me rephrase. I appreciated and loved Tyler's game specifically, and I think people were very hard on him in the same way I feel like they were hard on Derek. Like, it's not their fault, they're real good at the game.
Yeah, Tyler was good.
Tyler was really good at that game. So I was happy to see Tyler back in the house. Of course, for this frog competition POV where they had to go in the water, find frogs, stack frogs, and again, these are one of those comps where I'm like, clearly it's a you have to be there thing, because boy, they made that look real hard.
It was a fast forward count kind of for me.
It could not have been difficult. It could not have been difficult to
No,
stab those frogs.
it didn't seem like it. I don't know. It's I'm not the Big Brother comps are kind of waning on me as well over the years. Uh, they're all kind of variations of things we've seen before. I feel like in the same way. I don't think Survivor's like that. I think Big Brother's kind of fallen to the wayside.
Survivor, I mean, yes, Big Brother 100% has. Have you ever I know this is a great thing to put somebody on the spot for, but have you ever thought of a competition that you would want to see in the house? Kind of like, is there anything that you're like, God, I would love to see them have to do this type of a competition?
Nothing specific, but I just loved. You know what I liked? Like I thought OT. I wish I had some concrete examples, but I remember watching OTT and thinking how the comps that they had, they were very simple, but they were good. They weren't like elaborate and like fancy,
Right.
but they were like just fucking like whatever you had to do to win them and to be good at them was
Right.
kind of just like cool. And I just like it doesn't have to be crazy and elaborate, just something simple and intelligent.
God, I remember that moment that we all learned together. Because the best part of OTT, I think what we all loved about OTT was 24/7. We got to watch the photo shoot. We got to watch everything we've always wondered about. That whole beginning of a Big Brother season, we got to learn. But I will never forget when they were like, okay, it's time for the first competition. And Jason said something like, all right, where are the outfits? And they're like, oh, no, no outfits. You just wear you just wear whatever you brought from home. There's no actual outfits. Jason was like, "What?" And they're like,
Yeah,
"No,
this isn't a
no,
real show, Jason.
this is not.
Or
This
whatever.
isn't a real. You just whatever. If you have like an old T-shirt, that's fine." But yeah, some of those competitions, like that laser beam one, that was amazing. I mean, I know we've had like a variant of that since, but that
Mhm.
whole like make the laser grid and have to get your
Oh
thing to
yeah,
the
we had to arrange the mirrors and things. Yeah, it
that
was cool. Exactly.
yeah, like I want more. I mean, now granted, it ended in massive controversy, but it was a fun comp. That was people are like, "Fuck that comp" in chat. No, that was remember what's her name's mirror broke, and then
I do remember that.
she like beat Jason by like 20 seconds, and we were all in arms. We were all in arms over that comp. But I mean, yeah, once again, this POV just seemed kind of. I didn't get it. I felt bad for Kemi losing it within, a few seconds. But
Yeah,
Animal won it again. Animal, Sam, who to me is just Animal from the Muppets, every time he's in a DR. That's all he does. Don't
I
really
like
know.
it. As irritating as he is, I enjoy him.
Oh, I love him. He's probably, he's probably one of my favorite funny people in the house. Because I don't think he gets it. Like, I wonder if he read Dan Giesling's book and is like, I have to do that thing like Dan Giesling said, where I act like I'm on a lot of sugar and scream a lot. I wish I could just go buy all of Dan Giesling's books and
Did you read Dan Giesling's book?
No, I didn't. I didn't
What?
read his book. I'm sorry. I don't
You
ever want
didn't
to
read it?
kill. With all due respect, I understand the people that love Dan Giesling's game. I just was not a huge fan of it.
Wow, this is a shock. I'll have you know, I have right here, if we don't mind.
No,
I
I
have
don't mind.
an. Let me see if I can get this. An autographed Dan's Mist candle.
Oh yeah,
Dan Giesling.
sure. What does it smell
Smell
like?
like.
What does it smell like?
Kind of smells like Catholic school football team.
Oh, well, that's about right.
So, just for all you Dan Giesling fans out there,
Yeah,
that's a little
no,
relic. That's a relic that not a lot of people have. And I just pulled that out. I just had that ready to go. Eric, we didn't plan this.
no, we didn't plan
I
it.
got Dan Giesling merchandise all over the place at this house.
And here's what I'm gonna say. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
It must have been real hard to pull the wool over Daniel Murphy's eyes. When she wasn't busy faking cancer. For attention. For the guy who wasn't gay. Whatever. Uh
Lying about diseases, Eric. Come on.
that's
Who does that?
See, everyone, did we just want to go back to the simpler time when we all clearly knew that Shane was gay and Danielle was crazy?
Is Shane gay? Is that true?
Oh my God. He was like, and my best friend, we like to give each other massages shirtless. And I was like, okay, am I the only one who gets this? No one else?
I didn't know that. I don't get that perception.
That was back in the day when I used to do the mashup shows for Superpass, and I always used to think, how far can I push this show? And only once did they tell me I couldn't post a show, and it was when I went in on Precious Jeff Schroeder.
Oh no, poor Jeff. Why would you do
I don't know. I called him like horseface something, whatever, and because you know how we would always like do the chapstick? He would always be like,
I don't.
That was Jeff on the couch every day for 4 hours.
Yeah, where did you get all that chapstick from? I don't think we had that.
Who knows? Smuggled it in someone. I don't know.
He had chapstick?
He had chapstick, but he would like eat it. Like while he was using it, he would like tongue his own mouth. Go Google it. Or go watch one of the many videos that I have on the website where we document them.
Do you watch Daily Blast Live? Are you a fan of it?
No. I'm aware of the hot topics of it. I am aware when Jeff gets into the news for something, but why? Do you watch it?
I have not seen it, no.
No, I think the last one I saw was when Jeff said, "Excuse me, the men are talking," to his woman co-host. "Excuse me, honey tits, the men are talking, so I'm going to need you to shut up."
Do you have a lot of Jeff fans in the chat?
Probably not.
No, it's not your demographic out there.
I got news for you. Our demographic, I think, is a large majority of the live feed watchers, and a large majority of the live feed watchers are not Jeff fans.
No.
They don't agree with me on Dan Giesling, but I think most people that watch this show do agree with me, not big Jeff fans. ZZ Awaz says, I like Jeff. Okay, there we go. We have a Jeff fan. Bubble
there we
says,
go. How about
Jeff.
it?
Annie, no. I hated Jeff second time. Sure, we got it. Whatever. Jeff's okay. Whatever.
Poor Jeff. We should be picking up Big Jeff.
Poor Jeff. I know. Whatever will he do with his millions and no talent that Big Brother just keep... Look, here's what annoys me about Jeff. There's somebody like Rob, Sesternino, who is amazing at what he does, and yet we have Jeff going like, the showmans or no showmans? Like,
I love
what question?
His interviews are just like unbelievable that they keep having him back.
Well, he doesn't watch the show.
It's crazy.
He has people write the questions for him.
And they're bad. They're bad questions.
What a sweet deal. What a sweet deal. But when you invest that much money in someone, didn't like CBS pay for him to go to like all these like media training things?
Did they? This is all inside dirt.
Oh yeah, they 100% did. They paid for him to go to like all these media and whatever training stuffs so that he could be well doing these things. And then they didn't want to lose their investment.
Wow. Yeah, I turned down all those offers when CBS. I said, I'm just going to go back to my job. Thank you.
Yes, because, well, you're smart.
I could have been the Big Jeff.
You could have been the Big Jeff, and I think a lot of us would have liked to have seen it. Sparkly Eye in chat says, Nat would actually be so funny. I don't know why you had to put actually in that sentence.
Actually. Shockingly, this idiot would be funny.
I'm considering it, but I'm not sure. All right, I've come around. Fine, Matt would be funny. So we see that Sam wins POV and now has decided, I'm not going to use it. I don't want to make waves in the house. Now, here's the thing, and I also am interested in what you think of this. Why last week was he so willing to make waves in the house for Cliff? He was going to fall on the sword for Cliff last week using that POV. And this week, people that he actually tried to save, he was trying to save Kemi. He's friends with Jessica. He is unwilling to make any moves this week. And I have a theory as to why. But
I was going to ask, what is the reason for this?
Oh, I think him and Cliff are related.
What? Shocking twist. Are you for real?
I wish I knew. Whoever has it, like, please tweet me it. Tweet it to Matt so that he can see it, because I will get it lost in my notifications. But definitely tweet it to Matt.
Because no one writes me, so I will not get anything lost in my notifications.
There is literally a side-by-side photo of him, of Sam, and Cliff. And I swear to God, you're like, they could be brothers. They could
But they would be talking about, you'd see this on the feeds. This is an insane conspiracy theory.
Okay, it is an insane conspiracy theory. However, Alison Grodner, in an interview last week, somebody said to her, "Hey, Alison, is there any other people that know each other in the house besides Christy and Tommy?" And Alison's reply was, "Much like summer camp, there are other people in the house who know each other."
No. For real?
For real.
I don't buy this. They would be telling you to see this on the feed. She's probably talking about the gerbils again, or the hamsters, or whatever the fucking...
Unless they want it to be some big reveal later in the season. Unless they're like, look, you guys...
Oh, so they told them ahead of time.
Right, they told... Like, obviously, they know they're related.
But I still think you would catch on the feeds, like, them two alone in a room discussing something.
Not if CBS was like you... But see, here's the only point that I'm like, this can't be true. I would think CBS would want us in on it the whole time. I feel like CBS would want to play up that aspect of it. By the way, everyone disagrees with me on this theory.
Because you're fucking out of your mind. Because it's crazy. There would have to be a time when they would be alone talking in the house and the cameras would see it. Because if not, what's the point of even having two people that know each other if you can never speak about it, even in privacy? That's crazy.
Well, no, I'm not saying they can't. They will be able to later. It's just a secret that they're in.
What's the point then?
Oh, well, what's the point about things that allegedly, because I in no way would know this to be true, but allegedly, what about the things where people have been paid not to talk about things anymore or to let things go on the show and then never do? There have been times in the past where allegedly...
What?
There have been times allegedly in the past where people have been like, okay, we on production end, we have fucked up on this. Here's, you get like double stipend this week. Just don't talk about it anymore on the feeds.
Oh, yeah? No, I don't know about that.
I could just see it would be very easy for people... For CBS to want to have some big shock in the middle of the season and be like, Christy and Tommy aren't the only two that know each other. You've been playing with the father and son, and haha, America, we got you too. I know it's so far-fetched, but look, it's talk about this, or talk about how all the white people in the house hate the, people of color. This is where I'm trying to steer it, Matt.
I didn't know how crazy conspiracy reality recaps got. I feel like now I think you're broadcasting in a Winnebago in the desert somewhere with like a tinfoil satellite dish on it.
You would actually be quite surprised if I move the monitor behind me. People always think I'm coming to you live from a bunker.
Everything was sounding so sane for the first 3/4 of the
It was, but this is where we... All right, so I'm going to put Matt on the board for not agreeing with me on this one.
The board, incidentally, that every single other person is on, by the way.
No, I'm sure I got at least one person. I'm sure...
Anybody buying in on it?
Sure. Is anybody in the chat room on my side on this one? Becca says nope. Thank you, Bubbles. Thank you, R. Green says Dame Jane says yes. Candace, yes. Christy Stirk, yes.
These people are trolling you. They're just fucking with you.
Oh, no, Matt. And who
they're fucking with me.
Who? Oh, yeah, they are. Because who was it? The chat is moving so fast. I apologize. I forgot who just
There's
said
that many people? Are you I think you're fucking with me.
I'm not fucking with you, Matt. What do you think? We don't have an audience?
What do they
We've
say?
been doing this for 10 years, Matt.
I want to chat with these people.
You're allowed to chat with the people. You're already having, a Skype quality issue. I feel like the bringing up the show might cause an issue. But come to
I'm
the
not
next
good
show.
in HD. You'll see all my pores and my wrinkles.
Excuse me. You are not going to get out of this. because I have a bad memory, but what someone in the chat just reminded me of, Matt, was someone that lied about their wife.
Oh, who did that?
Yes,
Jack
exactly.
or Jackson?
So,
Michi?
yeah, Michi is right.
Is that big Michi or little
Yeah,
Michi?
little Michi,
Little
just
Michi.
me, whatever. Um, okay, interesting. No, it's fake. That's fake news. I'm on your side, Eric. I can see it. Okay, sure. Whatever. Somebody just tweet Matt the photo. That's all we need. Somebody find that photo, tweet it
Tweet
to
me any
Matt.
photo you have of anything.
No,
Someone just pay attention to me. Fucking anybody. I don't whoever wants to.
I want that to happen. Someone needs to tweet it and find it for Matt and make sure that you're tagging me in it. So we end this week, Matt. We end this week where Sam is not using that power of veto. We go into eviction night the other night, and everybody votes to vote out Kemi, except, like what we said in the start of this show, Jackson, who throws that wonky vote because he wanted to be able to blame it on somebody. So we ended up seeing Kemi going to Camp Comeback, and Jessica gets to remain in the house. Is that who you would have wanted to remain in the house?
No, I would have wanted probably Kemi in, but I also strategically understand why they would have sent Jessica out. But as a viewer, I would have kept Kemi.
As a viewer, I want Kemi as well. And in all honesty, I say this with no disrespect to Jessica. She came on the screen for nominations, and I literally was like, who? I was like, who is this person? Oh, that's right, Jessica. I was very confused over the entire, Jessica thing. But yeah, so she is out. We head over to the HOH. People can't throw darts, Matt. How hard is it, do you think, to just go whoop and throw a dart?
It's into that massive board. People are missing the whole board.
Missing the whole board. Kat just throws it in the air. Kat's just like, oh, like a seal with a fish. I don't know what she's doing. But I did you like that they had safety and 5,000 on
I feel like everyone should have gone for safety. That safety's better than HOH.
Sure. Why wouldn't you go for safety?
That's what I said. Nobody did.
I want that every single week. Every single week, I want that to be a thing where people can do that. So, Nick ended up winning. Are we happy with a Nick win, Matt?
No, I don't like Nick, but I don't know why. This is weird. Like, there's just something. He's got that that unlikable quality to me that I can't really pinpoint. But plus, anybody on that side of the house, I really wouldn't want to.
Did you see any of his pre-season interview or anything?
Just Jeff won some of the Jeff interview.
Just so disappointing that he started out, as I'm here for the people. Flint doesn't have water. If you have men, I'm not even kidding. Normally I just say ridiculous things on this show to be funny. No, he legitimately was like, Flint doesn't have water. If you're suffering with mental illness, know that we're here for you. Like, he was like warrior of the people, and now is in this house, and I don't understand what I'm watching.
Yeah, he's banging Bella, right, and part of the Big Guys Alliance.
I wonder if it is that Bella is made inherently of evil, and the fact that they are now together, she is infecting him with her evil.
I wanted to like her so much more pre-season. It's a bummer how her character arc kind of is turning out.
I loved her until last week when she turned on Jessica kind of last week, and then, what has happened between her and Nicole in the past 24 hours is a level of ridiculousness that I don't even know how to deal with anymore.
Yeah, I like Nicole too. Yeah, Bella's kind of gone off the deep end. You think Nick's going to ride it out with her?
Do I think...
Or he's going to get irritated with her just being kind of...
Oh my God. Okay. I thought you meant Nick as in short for Nicole. And I was like, do I think Nicole's going to ride it out with Bella? I'm like, no.
No.
Think she's going to put Nair in her shampoo. Do I think Nick's going to ride it out Bella? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because as much of I mentioned that he irritates me, but he's still, I feel like he seems way more normal than she does, like mentally stable, I guess. And I just feel like she's going to get on his nerves or fuck with his game in some way that it's not going to last in the season.
Yeah,
Mind you, I should say they're not where they'll have like a public breakup, but where I think the story arc will be he will somehow want to get her out. Not when he's not in power. He will convince whoever is in power that maybe to put her on the block and get her out. And could just get her out of this game.
Here's what I think when it comes to him. We know that he has this, psych degree, background. I think at some point, because I don't think production has said anything to him yet, but Twitter hasn't laser focused everything on him yet for production to talk to him. I think once production has a talk with Nick about anything, he's going to fall into that. How do I fix this? How do I make myself look better to America? And just for that reason, I think he won't end things with Bella. Because I think he's going to be like, oh God, nobody likes me. They think I'm a bad person. Now if I turn around and do something bad to Bella, it's only going to make me look worse. When he has more to lose than other people. Do I think a normal player would do that? No. But he has like a career. He works with kids on a cycle.
That's what I'm saying. It seems weird that he would stay with her because exactly what you're saying, I agree with. He's got his shit together too much.
Yes, but I think I think once he's told people don't like the things that you're doing, not with her, I mean separate of her, bullying Nicole or going after Nicole, saying Nicole's bullying you, all of those things, I almost think his personality is going to be to double down with Bella to make it be like, we're the good thing that came out of this season. Everything's great. That's kind of where I think he's going to take it. But, I also think that Sam and Cliff are related.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true.
So clearly we know I cannot.
You invalidate yourself a bit with that claim.
Sure. We have so much more that not Matt and I are going to talk about, but tomorrow on our spoiler show, we have the fight between Kemi and Bella, right? Oh. Yes. We have Nicole versus Bella argument. We have all the fallout. We will go over all of those things tomorrow. However, Matt, we did just have a few quick questions because we're already over time. But
whatever.
Okay.
If there are Hoffmaniacs in the chat room, then I cannot let my Hoffmaniacs down.
Okay. Bubble7575 says, hey Matt, how can I sneak into the Big Brother house? There has got to be a way. I'm 45 minutes away. I want to save Kemi, Nicole, Ovi, David, and Jess. What are your tips for breaking into the Big Brother house? From Bubble757575.
575. Gosh, I'm flattered that you'd pinpoint me for a question about breaking and entering. I don't know why exactly I give off that vibe. I'm sorry I can't help you, I don't think. I don't know much about this kind of criminal activity.
You are not a fan of breaking and entering.
I mean, I'm sure it's fun. I just don't have much experience in it. I love criminal activity is great and everything. I don't know much about that area.
Okay. Where was the who does Matt think will win the game? Who do you think is going to win the game? Who do you want to win the game?
Okay, so I've done one other podcast about Big Brother 21 preseason, and my preseason pick was Ovi. So if that tells you anything at all. Now that he's kind of out of it, probably. Then I was rooting for Nicole, who I think now also is probably not, is probably maybe on the outs of things. But I love her gameplay. I think she's playing a really good game. Whatever.
What would your advice be to Nicole? Like, if you could give Nicole one piece of advice to try and save her game, what would your advice be to Nicole right now? Like, what do you think Nicole needs to do to try and save her game?
Look, I'll tell you. I mean, I kind of think she's doing a good job. Maybe you can tell me if you watch the feeds more than I do. But it seems like she's doing what I would do is that she's collecting. She's getting a lot of information and she's gathering it and she's being smart. She's not like a big mistake people do. Christy, we saw her do it. As soon as you know something, fucking try and act on it right away and do something and tell someone else or try and make a move. Nicole, I think, is like gathering, and that's a very smart thing to do, to be a gatherer in this game.
Be a gatherer in the game of Big Brother. Well, you were giving that answer, Matt.
Yes.
No idea how hard it is to host and be producing at the same time, is what I'm saying. I was gathering, thanks to Lori616 in the chat who tweeted me. I was gathering the evidence, Matt. Here you go.
Well, thanks, Lori616. Look, I mean, these are two dudes smiling. I don't know, man. I think you're kookier than ever after I'm looking at this.
You are such a man. You are such a straight man. Like, I don't know, it's anything different. I see two people. Wrong.
Two happy guys. This is two happy guys.
Oh, now you're calling them fat.
Two happy. It's two happy guys. They're two happy guys. They're just hanging out, smiling.
No. There is so clear resemblance here. They have similar hair.
I'm getting a little closer here.
They have similar neck rolls. They have similar noses. Similar downturned eyes.
I'm gonna tell you they have like where I could see a relation. But that being said, they 100% infallibly are not related. I mean, they just aren't. You're out of your mind for thinking they are, but they do. I agree. They look a little similar.
I think they look a little bit similar, and like I said,
let me tell you this: I no one ever recognizes me as Matt Hoffman from Big Brother, but I frequently and just recently, even when I was in New York with you, when I met you, for some guy named Rowan Atwood.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess he's a real famous YouTuber guy. People come up to me and want to take pictures of me because they are convinced I'm Rowan Atwood. But I'm not Rowan Atwood in the same way that just because these two guys kind of look like each other, I promise you they're not related. And I'm not related to Rowan Atwood. Whoever that guy is.
Rowan?
I guess. I've never seen a video of his, but I've gotten approached numerous times. I still do.
Roman Atwood.
Maybe Rowan or Roman. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, no, you don't. Oh, for the love of God.
I'm not saying I do. I don't even know the guy.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to need you to do. Hold on, I'm getting the photo. Next time somebody says this to you, Matt, like the next time somebody tells this to you, I think you should just punch them right in their face.
Well, thanks.
I think violence is the answer. And clearly the correct way to handle this situation. Is it not going to let me pull it up? He kind of...
you have a picture of the guy?
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been
There was one time I was at a Chuck E. Cheese and someone came up and asked, and I said, no, I'm not him, like I always do. And they said, can we take a picture with you? Because we want to tell our friends that we met you. And I'm like, okay. So I took a picture with some people so they could tell their friends I was fucking Rowan Atwood.
And did the friends believe them?
I didn't they walked away after the picture. Yeah.
All right, are you ready, Matt?
You got it.
I'm going to need you to look straight ahead.
Okay, we got it. This is... No. No, I don't think I don't see it as much. I mean, there are features, but not a lot, not enough that would warrant the amount of times I've been asked about this.
Yeah, Sam TRN says a distant cousin. It looks like it could be a distant. Look, I didn't say that Sam and him are. Oh, I guess I did say they were father and son. They don't need to be father and son. I'm just saying it seems like there's some family resemblance between those two.
I think we're going to find out on finale night that Cliff is related to Rowan Atwood.
I'm just saying, I find it oddly suspicious that when Sam got that, devastating news this past week about his wife's father passing away, every single person went into that room and spent a ton of time with him. Cliff did this. Oh, really sorry about your family, and walked out. I just thought that was real weird. That was real weird that everybody else was with him and Cliff just was like a robot. I don't know what to do. Sorry about family member. Bye. was a little suspicious, but maybe he had a clan meeting. So I'm just saying, because he's not friendly towards.
Doesn't he wear Pride stuff? I figured he'd be like Team Cliff.
No.
Doesn't it? I don't like. Again, I'm not like deep into this.
No, I'm telling you, Cliff isn't good. Cliff is.
I thought he's like fan of the LGBTQ community because of his.
Sure, you know what he's not a fan of? The BLACK community.
Oh no, is that true?
So we don't.
He's not spending a lot of time up in camp, whatever camp.
No.
What is it?
No. So we're good. We're good. You can have him. Well, Matt, look. You have, and I'm sorry, chat went by so quickly. I was trying to pull photos. Now I've been losing questions. Look, and we're so far over anyway. Matt, I'm going to give you full screen to say what it is you want to say to everybody. But first, let me just remind everybody again, really quickly, if you have missed any of our shows, you can check them all out over on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/bb21. You can see where you're placing in the trash draft over there, get flashback times, past shows, and of course now we have started doing the daily live feed recap shows. So make sure that you are following us over on TV Co so that you are alerted when we go live for those, or make sure you're following us on Twitter at Reality Recaps or at BB21 Live Feeds, which is our 24/7 live feed Twitter update account, so that you are alerted when we go live for those. And then if you miss them when they are live on TV Co, you can always check them back out over there on TV Co or on our website, YouTube, iTunes, everywhere after the fact they are posted. I don't think you need to know about the feeds or being an updater yet. I think you're aware we haven't left you now and we're still doing shows over there too. But in conclusion, before we wrap it up with Matt, I will just remind you all again, if you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron. yourrealityrecaps.com/patron for access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows just for patrons, but most importantly, the financial ability to help us keep bringing you more and more shows like this. You could also do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, or if you're doing any Amazon shopping on Prime Day coming up, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon to start your Amazon shopping or buy your Prime account. You won't pay any more. We'll get a little bit back. It is super helpful, as is thumbsing up and subscribing on YouTube, clicking the bell, leaving a comment below, 5-star rating and a nice review in iTunes, or making sure that you share and like our stuff on social media. Those free things are amazing ways to help support our shows. I think a lot of you noticed that with the daily live feed shows, we've had to cut back the video version of them on iTunes. We only are doing the audio version right now. The video versions are only available on our website. It's just to try and keep costs down. I think we're the only podcast that gives you every single show in audio and video for the past 10 years. We literally have over 4,000 shows for all you guys that we pay to host. Maybe we should be doing big celebrations every time we hit 1,000 milestone. I don't know. But as long as you guys are enjoying them and just keep supporting our shows in any way that you can, that is the best way to keep getting them to you the way that you like seeing them. That being said, let me give Matt full screen. Matt, what do you want to say to all of your fans that are here to see you?
Yeah, everybody get help. I hope mental health is covered by your insurance if you are truly huge fans of Matt Hoffman. Thank you, though. I'm humbled. Book me on Cameo and get your own. It's just like paying money for a fraction of what you've just watched. And I'm talking to you, so you could do that.
Wait a minute. You have a Cameo?
What do you mean? Are you shocked? I'm like A-list, Eric. Of course I have a Cameo. Who wouldn't want a Matt Hoffman cameo?
Okay, so I'm
the cheap cameo. I'm like the cameos you buy when you just have money to burn. You go, I just wanted to see what Matt's up to. I'm gonna give him $10 and then let him talk to me.
Okay, this is perfect. So for starters, I will put if you guys are watching this back later on the website or YouTube or listening on iTunes, I'll put the link to Matt's cameo below this video.
Wow, great promotion.
As well as the links to his social media. So let me ask you this, Matt. Where do you prefer people to follow you on social media?
I really only do Twitter. That's kind of all I do. I have an Instagram, but it's all art. I do makeup stuff. So I never really talk about Big Brother. So probably anybody on this wouldn't give a fuck about that. So if you want like Big Brother banter, Twitter.
So you're wrong. This is what, okay, look, they're gonna love it, is what I'm telling you. There are going to be a lot of people.
They're all out of their minds like you.
They are. Look, I think the audience that watches this show, we like creative things and we like humor. And I think people would love to see the makeup stuff that you do. It's more,
Special effects.
Special effects was the word. I was gonna go prosthetics, I couldn't think of the word special effects.
Not beauty.
I was, not beauty, everyone. Matt is not like, who wants to see my new, I don't know what those Jeffree Star and people things are called. Baby pack, I don't know what they're called. Yes, no, Tex Alley says Matt does makeup. No, special effects makeup. Check out his Twitter. I will put the link to that below. I will put his Instagram below.
Wow, thanks.
So you can keep track of Matt in all places.
It's a Hoffman promotional explosion. I'm going to go on the show more often.
And I would appreciate it if you would all tweet Matt and let him know that you enjoy my theories and you think that they are correct.
Please don't tweet me that. Stop, don't troll me.
Don't troll. Well, Matt, I really do hope that you will come back. Thank you so much for taking
It's been so much fun.
Time out of your day to come here and hang out with everybody. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow unless there's anything else you want to say, Matt.
No, thank you so much. I'm happy. I can come back anytime, of course.
Alrighty, everybody. You guys have a good night. I'll be back on probably later today. You guys will have a great night. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, guys. Bye.